Hey everyone, it's Seth with Jenson USA, and today I'm going to take you through the lineup of Troy Lee jerseys. Troy Lee has been a prominent figure in the moto and mountain bike industries for years. He got his start by designing helmets for pro moto riders and doing specific paint jobs that were incredibly detailed and really cool looking. That has then spanned into their moto and mountain bike apparel lines as well as the rest of their protective gear. The thing that we love about Troy Lee is not only that he and his company are bringing such cool products, but they're near and dear to us both in our hearts and actually in our location. So they're not too far down the road from us, and they're filled with absolutely great people in that company. Now, it's really great that they brought all this product to us. They use a ton of technology, and they've got a lot of cool stuff going on, and it spans everything from XC down to DH. So we're gonna look at the lineup today of the jerseys from Troy Lee. That way you can make the correct decision on which one is best for your riding style and needs. So starting down on this end, we have the Ace jersey, which is going to be more of a cross-country jersey. That then takes us into the Skyline jersey, named after a local trail in Southern California here. That's going to be more trail riding associated. Then we step into the Ruckus jersey, which is more of that enduro category. And finally, we end in the Sprint jersey, which is definitely aimed at the DH rider. So let's start looking at these in a little more detail. So let's kick things off with the Troy Lee Ace jersey. This is going to be a cross-country focused jersey that's going to have kind of a performance fit that's going to be a little bit slimmer, not quite skin suit slimness on this. This is a size medium that we're looking at here, and this would be about what I would wear at 5'9", 160 pounds, and it's going to be slim, but it has kind of this looser lower portion here, and that's actually to work with their Ace 2.0 shorts that are a slightly looser cross-country short. So it provides a lot of comfort, but still allows for a really good fit out on the trail that allows you to hammer down miles really quickly. Now it is 100% polyester, and it comes with a full-length zipper that actually opens all the way up here. So if you need to cool off, that's a quick and easy way to dump more air into your jersey. Now speaking of cooling off, it has a cool feature here. Underneath the armpits, you can find this full-length 3D mesh panel that's in there. And it is semi-transparent, but it does not show off too much. It's got a nice kind of deep color to it. And so that will allow more airflow, and that goes fully under the armpit to really help cool you off while you're hammering miles out. Now, as we look at the back here, we've got a 3-panel pocket here, and these are stretch panels, so they'll hold their contents in there quite well. But if you have something that's a little more important, or you need to keep it tighter in there, like your keys, we do have a zippered pocket here that you can stash more important items in. Now it does have some reflective accents on the back here, so that if you're riding at night or if you have to dip out onto the streets for a moment, you are more likely to be seen by either cars or by other riders who are riding with you. So that is the Troy Lee Ace jersey, and a great cross-country option for you. Next up, we're going to look at the Troy Lee Skyline jersey, and this is named after a local trail that we have here in Southern California, and is an absolutely awesome trail, and as such, this is an absolutely awesome jersey. The whole lineup of Skyline is actually probably one of the most popular lineups for most trail or kind of enduro all-mountain-y riders in this area. Troy Lee does absolutely phenomenal numbers with this, and as such they put a lot of research into what goes on in this. So to start things off, again, this is going to be a polyester jersey, but this one has a little bit of a different take than the last jersey we looked at. This is going to be a 92% polyester with an 8% blend of Lycra in here. And what that does is it allows you to have a nice, comfortable looking shirt that breathes super well, but then adds in this nice stretch factor here. So you have a lot of movement. So while you're cruising down the trail and doing drops, banking corners, this thing is not going to hinder you at all. Now you can see this is also more of a casual fit here. Fits a lot more like a standard t-shirt. Again, a size medium that we're looking at here. And it does kind of have a two-panel construction here. So you can see that it's got the front panel here, and actually the seams for that front panel run kind of on the back of your side here. So we can look at that right here. It runs back here, and that's just to keep it from causing any sort of irritation under your arms as you're riding. Now beyond that, we do have a pocket in the back here that is an attached pocket, so that actually keeps your stuff from shaking around a whole lot. And it even has a like goggle or glasses wipe that is attached in here, so you can make sure that you're able to see while riding the trail and not have any issues there, plus store some items in there, a goo pack or your keys, maybe even your phone. Now the last piece here is kind of the construction of the panels. I talked about the front a little bit, but let's look at the back here. This is actually a perforated back end, and what that does is allow it to breathe a little bit more, especially if you're wearing some sort of hydration pack. That's going to help with the comfort level. And another piece that goes with that is actually this refined neck that we have here. So you can see there's this kind of specially shaped panel there. Again, that's just to provide more comfort while you're riding. So definitely something that's super cool. This is probably one of my favorite riding jerseys, just really comfortable, great in kind of all conditions, and looks good both on and off the bike. So next up, we're going to look at the Troy Lee Designs Ruckus jersey, and that name does connotate that this is a bit more rowdy, and that's primarily in the thickness of these fabrics. They're a little bit thicker, a little bit heavier duty. They're going to stand up to trail abrasions and maybe the occasional wreck a bit better than the jerseys we've looked at in like the Skyline or the Ace. Now, with that being said, this is not a hefty jersey. It is still quite comfortable, and they have a bunch of things to make it be more comfortable while you're out there getting rowdy on the trails. So one of the first things is this redesigned neckline, and you can actually see that this has a fair bit of stretch to it. Again, just to make you more comfortable while you're riding, not kind of restrict you. Another piece that they do is they have these perforated mesh panels, again, underneath your armpit, and that actually wraps around the back of the jersey here, and those are flexible as well. So this again promotes motion while you're riding. It really lets you throw that bike around. Now while we're looking at the side here, we do actually have another one of these pockets, a zippered pocket with a optic wipe in there. But what's really cool is that Troy Lee actually puts another pocket just like that without the optic wipe on the other side. So you can actually store a little bit more in this jersey than you can in some of their other ones. And so if you're doing an all-day enduro, this is a great option for that. Again, this is a pretty relaxed fit. It's got a nice long cut. It's going to hang a little bit longer in the back than a lot of jerseys, and that's just to keep your shorts and that hemline covered up while you're powering over the front of your bike. And it's got a couple other things that we'll look at on the back here real quick. This is one that it's actually common on several of their jerseys. It's just a little bit of a logo here that just says Pop Wheelies. And we always look for things that inspire us while we're riding. So it's pretty rad to see that. We love our Keep Pedaling one. It's rad to see the Pop Wheelies thing. You can see that this is a perforated material back here to help with breathing, but then on the lower panel here, it's going to be a denser, heavier polyester. Now, speaking of the polyester, this is actually a higher grade polyester than they use in some of their products, and that's just to actually improve the quick drying aspect of this. And so one of the really cool things is that this jersey will, keep you nice and cool and comfortable and dry out really quickly so that it's ready to go for whatever ride you have going on. So that is the Troy Lee Ruckus jersey. Last up, we have our DH focused sprint jersey from Troy Lee. Now this is going to be mostly focused at comfort and protection while you're charging the trails. So with that design, we have a long sleeve semi-fitted arm here, as well as a semi-fitted torso, and that just kind of keeps the jersey in place while you're ripping down the trails and provides protection in case you have any sort of trail abrasions or some impact from crash. And that'll kind of help protect you and let you walk away from your crashes a little bit better. Now, on that level, let's talk about the sleeves here. As we said, they're fitted, and that's to kind of keep them in place. And one of the things they do is they actually put in this triangular nylon panel here, or lycra panel, that is a stretchy material. And so that allows you to get it over your glove while you're putting your jersey on or off, but then keeps it in place while you're riding. Now, this is 100% polyester jersey. It is perforated to help with the ventilation and keep you nice and cool, but that 100% polyester is going to be a bit of a heavier material, again, focused at the protective side of things. Next up, we have this specifically designed neck area, similar to what we've seen in the other ones. This one has a touch of stretch to it, but not a whole lot, but just a little bit there. And again, that stretches for comfort while you're out riding. And then it's actually designed specifically to work well with spine and neck protection and keep it so your jersey doesn't bunch up under those while you're riding. Again, make sure you're comfortable. The last piece is going to be the multi-panel design that they have and where they put the seams. So you can see we have a little bit of mesh underneath the arms here to help cool you off right in your armpit area. And then under that we have a panel that runs down and allows the seams to kind of sit on the front side of your torso and the back side of your torso. And what that does is that just again keeps that seam away from kind of that key spot on your body that kind of deals with rubbing and abrasion. So just makes you more comfortable as you're ripping through the trails. So looking at that jersey wraps up kind of the Troy Lee Designs run of jerseys. The great thing is these all have matching pants or shorts that you can put together with them, and they make an absolutely great kit whether you're focused on the cross-country side or ripping downhill trails. You can find the right setup for you. Now, if you need any help with that, reach out to our gear advisors. They'll help you find the right size and the right kit setup. And remember, we have free shipping on orders over $50. So hopefully you like what you saw here and you've got a new kit in mind for your riding days. And remember, keep pedaling.